back to another Rosh Reviews, where today we are in a Honda S2000, and this particular one, 2000 model AP1 9000 RPM redline, baby. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Now I do have to say a huge thank you to Vans West for loaning me out this particular Honda S2000. This is for sale, so if you guys are interested in buying this thing, a link is in the description down below, because my goodness, these Honda S2000s are really becoming so rare. And to finally be sitting in one, driving it for you guys today, I am just ecstatic. Now these S2000s came out in 1999 and were carried through up until 2009. And you look at this thing, cruising down the road, my God, it is aged well. Like, you could literally turn around tomorrow, sell this Honda S2000 exactly how it is, and this is not even the facelifted model, and people would buy these things because, you know what, they look hot, they go like a bat out of hell, and that VTEC, it might be a little four-banger, but my God, it has got some grunt to her. You come around some of these corners, and this car, it only weighs 1,200 kilos, so lightweight, high revving, rear wheel drive, only available in a 6-speed manual. We do have a Torsen LSD at the rear as well. Man, 9,000 RPM redline. This is what Honda is about, you know, that VTEC. This particular one is an F20C. It is a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, 245 horsepower, about 160 pound-foot of torque, but you pull it around this corner here, jump on it, VTEC hits, woo-hoo-hoo! Oh baby, it is good. And you know, look, you're definitely not breaking any land speed records in this car, but there's something just so fun about Hondas and VTEC, because it's just usable power and it eggs you on to chase that 9,000 RPM. It really does. The gearbox is just so well suited to this car. Very easy to heel toe, just so crisp, short throws. Honda just do phenomenal gearboxes in basically all of their performance cars. And you get on them brakes, easy to downshift, around this tight hairpin. Oh, it's so good. Get on it. Woo-hoo-hoo! Mate, this thing might only have about 245 horsepower, but golly, this thing gets up and moves, man. Woo, VTEC, baby. And you gotta talk about this being a convertible, because it's a big talking point. Because me personally, a lot of cars that are convertible, even though they're cool and they handle well and they make power, it's very like touchy on the looks of these things, because a lot of them do look like a girl's car. Let's not beat around the bush here, people. A Miata that is untouched looks like a girl's car. And I don't care what you say. I know they're brilliant handlers and whatever you want to say, but this S2000, it doesn't. You know, yes, it's still a convertible. Some people might still say it's got feminine vibes. Suki was driving this in bloody Too Fast, Too Furious, but let's not forget, in the original Fast, the Chinese gangster was driving this thing, and my goodness, this thing is tough as 100 grand under the bonnet of this thing, mate, and we are beating VWs left, right, and center. VTEC power. And when you get around these corners, it starts to make sense. Look, I'm not a Honda guy. I never really have been. But all of the Hondas I've driven, especially the Type Rs, they absolutely deserve the praise they get and the cult following that is behind them, because they are a true driver's car. They're simple, naturally aspirated power up front. When VTEC hits, you can actually hear it and feel it, and that is really it. You know, you sit in this cabin, it's a driver's car of the purest, and you know, you got the manual, the steering is just so weighted, it's got so much life in it. It just glued to the road, this thing. You got all of the good stuff in this car, and you know, that digitalized tachometer right in the middle, it is so cool. Absolutely love that. You know, all the controls are driver focused, right very, very close to where the steering wheel is, so you don't have to move your hand off the wheel for very long. VTEC. We do have an aftermarket exhaust, as you guys can probably hear, and man, this is fun to send it. It's not a stupidly fast car, but it is stupidly fun. Woo! Oh, it just keeps going. Woo! Now, price on one of these S2000s, brand new here in Oz, would have set you back about that $68,000 range. And look, that is a lot of money, especially for the year 2000. But this thing, really, it was worth it, you know, and people who bought them are seeing the rewards who took care of it now, because on the used market, these cars are still chasing $40,000 to $60,000, and this is one of the last proper true driver's cars. You know, the manual, just the way this thing is connected to the road, the steering is just absolutely perfectly weighted. It's just got such good feel in it. It's really hard to fault anything about this car, because the heel toe is easy, the noise is there, the steering is there. Having the drop top down, you've got the wind in your hair, and just, it's an experience. And there are very few cars today, especially for the money this was, that can give you this kind of experience. It's magic. And even when you sit in this car, you know, the fact this is 22 years old, they were ahead of their time, even on the interior. It's just simple. Everything still looks and feels really solid. It's just JDM, man. Like, they were so good. It is really no wonder that the S2000 was featured so many times on Car and Driver's top 10 best list, because, man, pure, simple driver engagement. And VTEC, woo-hoo-hoo! Oh my word. Man, this thing gets up and goes, boy. Now, 0 to 100, guys. Look, this thing is claimed something like 6.5 seconds, I believe, from Honda. So, look, we are just on a back road. It's a manual. We'll see what we can get. So, come on. It just hit 100, I believe, in second gear there, hopefully. So let's have a look what that time was. 0 to 100, guys, was done in 6.9 seconds and 245-ish horsepower. I'm pretty happy with that, guys. So it's decently quick, this thing. I'm gonna finish the video off here today, guys. So a huge thanks to Vans West once again for loaning me this Honda S2000. If you guys are interested, a link is in the description below, so make sure you check them out. I absolutely love this car, and just for what this thing is as a pure driver-focused sports car, it is amazing. So I hope you guys did enjoy this review. If so, make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you're new here. We will see you on that next video.